Aries, welcome to your March 2025 mid-month reading. We're just going to go ahead and get started here and jump straight in. For the ones that are curious and wondering what I mean when I say mid-month, it's basically a middle of the month check-in. So from the 15th until basically the end of the month. But I like to look at it as just a mid-month kind of update, mid-month check-in. And then after I do these mid-months, I'll jump back into the weeklies, which will be next week's energy. Let's take a look though, Aries. A lot going on for the rest of the month, astrologically. But I would like to say really quick as I'm pulling your cards, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, that link will be down below in the description. My readings are on sale as well at this time. I feel like you're trying to make shit happen here, Aries. In a way, you're curious and wondering about the direction, where to sort of channel your energy at this time. But you do have here, this is a big month though for you. I think all Aries right now are going through this release of an old identity, but also a shaping of a new identity as well. Specifically because this month we do have the Sun in Pisces, conjunct the North Node, and then conjunct Neptune. So talk about a release of an old self, of an old life, and having to really trust the pool of destiny and where it's taking us. And we have to surrender and let go, but trust like what we're moving toward will be something even better. It's definitely, there's a lot of transits happening. Of course, we have a solar eclipse in your sign that'll take place on the 29th, right? That'll be a partial solar eclipse in your sign. So talk about Aries going through a glow up here. Y'all definitely going through a glow up, Aries. It's kind of in its, in the caterpillar, in the butterfly stage. You're kind of in this caterpillar soup right now. I think we all are. So let's see here. I'm looking at the transits if you're wondering why I'm looking at my laptop. I do see here with the Magician being in your challenge. It's interesting because there's like all these things here that you're wanting to get started with, all these things here that you're looking forward to doing. But I feel like you're trying to figure out like how to do it. It's like you have the energy, but you're trying to figure out how to go about it, how to structure things, how to put things together. It's actually a really good read. I actually like your read here. All right, let's see here. Let's pull your oracle cards and then we'll jump into your tarot. You pulled this Sagittarius card. It says, I see here. Yeah, I think you have goals here. Sagittarius is all about, what's off in the distance, what's off in the horizon. Long journeys. I think you have there's been a long journey that you've been on, Aries, and I think you're about to really start to reap those rewards, reap those fruits here. Even if the journey's been difficult, right? Let's just say, for instance, you're like, man, my journey has been difficult. Everything sucks. I do feel it's like whenever we come into this eclipse energy, it'll be in your sign. Of course, there's going to be big changes, but I think with Neptune coming into your sign, and of course, we got Venus and Mercury that's still retrograde. I pick up though, Aries, like from what I'm seeing with the Six of Wands and the Sagittarius card, that you could be getting some type of payoff here from your good deeds or from the deeds that you have been doing, even though you've been struggling here. And so the Sagittarius card is really about stepping into your authority and going where you haven't gone before and being a leader, stepping into being a leader. You got that energy, Aries. You pull this confidence as your key to success. Yeah, and I think it's confidence. I think it's confidence and I think it's authority. You stepping into your authority, you stepping into your confidence here and not backing down here. You may be having doubts at this time with the Magician being in your challenge because maybe things aren't coming together in the way in which you're ideally seeing. So maybe you're starting to doubt some things, or maybe you're starting to slip into that energy of uncertainty. But I feel having trust here is your best friend here. Let's see here. Let's see. You pulled this diamond card. It says radiance. Yeah, pressure creates diamonds. I know you hear that all the time. I'm not trying to sound corny here, but I think you have been through this pressure cooker for a while, Aries. And that's what I picked up intuitively. It feels as if you're about to reap some type of reward, reap some type of good deed here from your efforts, from your work here. And that's symbolic of the Six of Wands being the overall energy, which would be more growth and expansion, particularly in the social sphere as well. So when it comes to work, career, status, and things to do with ambition and stuff like that, I'd pick up you here gaining momentum, or at least gaining success here with the Six of Wands. But overall, I would say the overall vibe for the month is increased confidence, increase in your authority here. Also, the Six of Wands is the journey that pays off, right? He comes home and he gets all the praise, right? So I think you're getting all the praise here, whatever that praise may be. You have the Two of Wands here in your current energy at this time. Yeah, I definitely see that you're definitely in your Aries energy here. Two of Wands is Mars in Aries. You may have Mars in Aries. If you don't worry about it. Mars is just your ruling planet. It's been in Cancer, but I don't even want to go down that whole rabbit hole of Mars retrograde being in Cancer. But what I will say with the Two of Wands is I definitely see you here self-determined here. Two of Wands is simply self-determination, courage, bravery, and strength, and really willing and ready to face your fears here. I'm almost kind of getting you here, Aries. There's certain things that you've been wanting to do, but for some reason, maybe you haven't felt that strong pull or that strong urge to do it. I think that's been changing slowly here. And so you are starting to gain momentum with the things here that you've kind of been hesitating with. You have the Magician here in your challenge position. Yeah, and I think this is the doubt. There's second guesses, doubts here. It's like, yes, you're becoming more confident. Yes, you're becoming more sure about certain things. But in a way, we are in a Mercury retrograde, and the Magician is Mercury, and we're also in a Venus retrograde. And both of these planets are in your sign. Now, as I'm doing this video today, Mercury's not retrograde. It comes retrograde on the 15th, the day after the eclipse. So entering into this mid-month, we're coming off an eclipse, right? So for you, and it's in Virgo, and Virgo, the ruling planet of Virgo is Mercury. So Mercury is being emphasized even more here, specifically with it being in your sign. It's like you're rethinking a lot of different things about yourself, your identity, who you want to be, particularly, or it could be possibly as well with relationships, particularly your values and stuff like that. I'm definitely seeing you here having to reinvent things and adjust here to things that are changing at the same time. You do have the Strength card here as your advice, and it's very easy. And I'm not saying it's easier said than done, but the Strength card here is very simple. The Strength card is just simply courage, right? It's having the courage to confront your fears and to get started here with what it is that you want to do. I will say this, the Magician can be, as if the Magician was in the advice position, it's actually urgency, like needing to be urgent, like needing to get started with things if you've been waiting. But with the Strength card here actually being the advice instead, the Strength card does have an active strength, and then it has a passive strength, the ability to be able to know when to yield and surrender, specifically when you're impatient. And I think that's that balance here that we're learning. I think this could definitely be frustrating for you, Aries, because you're all about boom, let's go. But I think with all this Pisces energy, Pisces talks about reflection and introspection and needing to meditate, needing to think things through, contemplate. And so it slows things down, and we're still in Pisces season until the sun comes into your sign on the 20th. So happy birthday, Aries. But I would say until then, it's like, there's still a lot to work out, even still with Mercury and Venus being retrograde in your sign, and then it's going to come out of your sign and then go into Pisces. And so there's all this reevaluation. It's like these new things are moving forward, but they're not being defined clearly the way we want it to, because there's things that we have to reassess, reprioritize. And I think that's been sort of the biggest challenges here for you. But with the Six of Cups here in the future, the Six of Cups is the gift of transformation, and you have two sixes in your reading. Actually, you have three. You have the Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and the Six of Cups here. Six of Cups is the gift of transformation, so it's through the five before six, right? It's five, which talks about challenges and strife, and it's forced you. It's brought the pressure. It's forced you to have to get creative, have to adapt, and it hasn't been easy. But I think with the Six of Cups, you're starting to be able to receive the positive end of what has happened with the Six of Cups. This could also be a gift coming your way as well. Some of you may have your birthday in March, so this could be a gift here. I think this Six of Cups here as well, you could be receiving some type of something that you've been praying for or hoping for, like it coming to fruition. Six of Cups, you may feel like it's a gift from God or a gift from the universe here with the Six of Cups. I like this energy here for you. Also, I see you restoring, particularly when it comes to healing. And I think one of the things that I've seen for you, Aries, is you've been facing so much resistance and so many challenges that in a way it's like you've almost lost your ambition. You almost lost your strength to keep going. But I think all that stuff is starting to come back to you here. You have the Knight of Swords here and the outcome at the end of the month. Yeah, and this is where I feel like this is you here, Aries. Just things are more clear. You're able to define things, and things make a lot more sense, which is allowing for you to make faster decisions. And you have the Six of Pentacles here in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. Yeah, it's interesting. The Six of Pentacles does talk about karmic rewards. You reap what you sow. What you invest in, well, you'll see whether or not you'll get anything back. And I think for you, what's happening here is that you may not be getting everything you want materially back in return with the energy that you've invested into things. But what I see happening with the Six of Cups is like you're getting more so the spiritual the spiritual emotional return, which I feel outweighs the material. I think it's good to have both material and spiritual. But for you, it's like I think the combination here, like things are balancing out, but I think more so it's the spiritual emotional that is being rejuvenated, that's being healed, that's being restored, which is making everything else become more easier, which is going to allow you to be able to manifest more into your physical reality here. So let's clarify your read. Very interesting. Clarify the Six of Wands here. Clarify the Six of Wands for the overall energy. Yeah, King of Wands. There you are, Aries, showing up in your power here. King of Wands is all about being confident in your own authority. And the overall vibe here is I definitely feel like this is your time here to really step into being a leader. When I say be a leader, I'm not saying you have to lead large groups, although I do pick that up here for you. But it's more so like holding yourself accountable, right? And being proud of yourself, being proud of your own success because of the work you've done and because of the vision here that you're creating. So I definitely see for the rest of the month that there's a lot of growth, a lot of positivity, and a lot of expansion here. Recognition possibly as well. Clarify the Two of Wands in your current energy. Yeah, the Four of Swords here. Yeah, I think you're no longer sitting idle. It's like you've had time to really think about things, and so now with the Two of Wands, you're gearing up for action here. And I think you're finding a good balance when it comes to others and yourself. Maybe you were too much about others, you didn't give yourself enough time, or maybe you're too much about yourself and you didn't give others enough time. I think you're finding the good balance here. Clarify the Magician for your challenge. You pulled the Seven of Swords here. One thing I will say, that Magician, Seven of Swords being in the challenge, be aware of like deception. Be aware of tricky, sneaky energy. I don't say that a lot in my reads, but the Magician, Seven of Swords says stay away from manipulation. So I would just be aware of that. You have the Magician, Seven of Swords in the challenge, and I'm also picking up here. Your challenge is actually you're trying to recreate yourself, and you're trying to recreate things. And it's interesting because I feel like you're trying to figure out, particularly when it comes to maybe work and career and being of service to others, you're trying to figure out how to really do that, or how to do it in a better way. Right? So maybe, for instance, you could be redesigning a bunch of different things. I also think here, or restructuring them. The Sun is conjunct Saturn when I'm doing this video, so, and tomorrow, the next day, whenever you see it. So, whenever I release it. So it definitely can be like a reshaping, restructuring. Clarify the Six of Cups as your future position. You pulled the Fool card here. Yeah, I feel like you're finally free here. The Fool, man. It's like, I think you're finally free, and you could be really leaping into some brand new beginning, which I feel like that's the case here for you, Aries. Neptune coming into your sign is about to enhance your spiritual energies here. Allow for you to, because Neptune is the planet that dissolves limitation, restriction, and barriers and obstacles. So when it comes into your sign, things become very malleable, particularly around your identity and your sense of self. So this will be a perfect time to recreate yourself. You have to be aware of the shadow side of Neptune, which is illusion, right? So you have to be aware of that, or escaping or not being grounded in reality. I think you have to be aware of that. But I think for you, this is actually allowing for you to really transcend limitations, obstacles. And I think that's the gift that you're really getting here. It's the ability to like heal. Neptune is a planet that does deal with spirituality. It can be healing, compassion, selflessness, forgiveness. Yeah, very interesting. And it's too, because in that solar eclipse is happening in Aries as well on the 29th. So, and it's a brand new year, right? The full is actually you, Aries, is when the sun is exalted. So clarify the Six of Pentacles in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. You pull the Ten of Swords here. Yeah, I would just be aware of what you're giving your energy, time, and attention to. Because if it's not giving you anything back in return, I feel like the universe is wanting you to disconnect from it. Also, you'll be able to enjoy the work you've done through the gains that you're getting. And I feel like it's going to give you enough here to where you can kind of get out of your mind, get out of your head about like fearing about the future. Clarify the Strength card as your advice. You have the Three of Cups here. Yeah, I think your advice at this time is to have the courage to be vulnerable and connect here. I gotta be real. I gotta be real. And I think the coin, it's both sides of the coin here. I think the Magician, Seven of Swords, it can be illusion, deceit, deception, manipulation. So be aware of that. Don't do it yourself. I feel like if you're doing that, Strength card, Three of Cups says, just be real, honest, emotionally vulnerable here, and you'll actually see that you'll get a lot more support than you even thought, or people will understand you, or people will love you even more. And then there's the other side. If this is other people doing this, Strength card, Three of Cups says, well, have love for those people, but don't socially involve yourself with that energy. And also to only share information with people that you trust, particularly sensitive information. We are in Pisces season until the 20th, right? So, sensitive information. Pisces rules sensitive information. Yeah, too, you don't have to worry about being perfect here. Magician, Seven of Swords, like you gotta have all the details figured out. It's gotta connect in every single way. The Strength card, Three of Cups says just come from the heart and connect from the heart. And that can be felt way more than fucking trying to get everything perfect. Clarify the Knight of Swords in the outcome. You have the Five of Wands here. Yep. Something here is pushing you. It's like there's friction, but I think this friction is actually good. Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I think it's good. It's like something here is like getting to you, but it's not in a way to which it's pissing you off. It's more so getting to you in a way in which it's like it's creating that friction towards like, oh, I need to do something. And I see you taking action here, decisive action, or more decisive action, because I don't think you're not going to want to sit idle. And I feel like this is toward the end of the month here. Things are going to become a lot more clear for you. But that Sagittarius card says have belief and confidence in yourself, and allow yourself to also shine too. Don't be afraid of the spotlight, which is very interesting because Aries, most Aries aren't afraid of the spotlight. But I don't know, maybe something's been making you retreat or something like that. You've been wanting to retreat. I'm not sure what it is. But I think here it's like, no, like Three of Cups, the Strength card is about connecting, being vulnerable, connecting with, heart to heart, socializing, getting out there, getting involved. And not the Magician, Seven of Swords, playing it too safe, I got to be too cautious, or I got to be, it's too timid, too cautious. So I would just be aware of that. So that's what I got for you, Aries. I'm gonna leave your reading here. I definitely have fun with this one. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link is down below in the description. My reads are on sale too, by the way. If you're new to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe, and if you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Otherwise, in that, Aries, I'm wishing you the best, and I will see you later.